What's going on, LEGO fans? I'm back with a new video, and today I'm showing you how to add some more liveliness to your LEGO cities. So with a LEGO city, it can become very boring with no movement or an extra feature that makes your LEGO city stand out a little more. One of the easiest ways to add some liveliness to your LEGO city is to basically add a train going around the perimeter of your LEGO city. Only problem is with that is you gotta delegate a lot more space to a project like that. And with a LEGO city that's a lot more full, like the one I have right here, you might not want to redo your entire city to accommodate something like that. But one thing that's a little more easy to do is, which is a lot more simple, is just to add lights to your buildings. And a good example of that is this set right here, which I've added lights to. And and I use fairy lights. So with these, they come with an individual box with a switch, and that's operated by battery. And I basically have one of those in every building. So it also keeps the building modular, and you can also move it around a lot more easily than if everything was connected together. So each module is the same. And another example of that is over here. And you can just see the box right there, and you can see there's a wire that goes through that window. So with a building like this, it gets a little more complicated because you got 3 separate buildings on the single base plate, and you want to light everything up. And also this build is so big that I had to use 2 light modules to light this fully thing up. So one of the prime examples was this one, where I had to find some innovative ways to get the lights into the buildings, including through windows and even through walls. Another example of that is in the pet shop over there. Taking a look at the pet shop on the top floor, you can just see that I added a hole in the floor itself to route the wire all the way up to the different floors. So that is another way to do that. But I feel like the most simple way is to just route it through any cracks or holes in the ceilings, such as stairwells. And that is a really easy way to get your lights into the different floors. But just taking a look at the back of this building, you can see, just let me show you a little better. You can see that there are some Technic holes in the different walls where the lights come out of the building and go into a different floor. So I've extracted the LEGO Cafe Mockamine, and we're going to be installing lights into this building. Again, the lights that I use in all my buildings are these fairy lights, and they do have the power box connected to the lights, so you can turn them on and turn them off manually. So the first step of lighting your buildings is finding out where you're gonna put your module with the switch, and it should be in a place that you can easily access, so you can turn on the lights and turn them off as you please. In this instance, in the back of this building, there is a small alleyway, so that is where I'm going to be putting the switch, so I can reach my hand behind the building to turn on and turn it off. So I already put the lights on the first floor, and as you guys can see, you can see that I've used some tape along the sides of the walls on the top, and those just go around, and you can just see that when you turn on the light, the full thing gets illuminated. And the next step is figuring out how to get to the second floor. I know with LEGO's official modular buildings, all of them have staircases, so you shouldn't find any problem with that. But with this model, I do have a staircase that goes to the second floor, so I shouldn't have any problem with bringing the lights from the first floor to the second floor. So I've now routed the lights from the second floor through the stairwell, and I've installed them on the entire second floor on the top of the walls using tape, and you can just see that it wraps around. But the next dilemma is that there's no stairwell that goes from the second floor to the 3rd floor. So I'm gonna have to route this light through one of these windows on the side to bring it up to the 3rd floor. So I have now lit up the 3rd floor, and as you guys can see, the light comes up and goes around. In this specific area over here, you can see that there's no lights, and I did run out for that wall. So that's one of the things to keep in mind, is when you have larger buildings, you could run out of the light, and those parts are going to be non-lit, but there's not much they can do. And then as you guys can see, you can see that I did route the light from this window and through this window over here through that small crack. So this is the one area where it is exposed just a little bit. But overall, this lighting project was pretty successful, and you can just see that we have lit up the full building. So I've now put the Lego Cafe back into Lego City, and just to show you, I've integrated back in and everything looks fine to me. So let's take a look at how the Lego City looks in the dark, because it is just a great sight to see. Turning back this way over here, you can just see how good it looks. The full city looks very lit up. Starting over here, these are the only 2 buildings in the pier and cargo harbor that are lit up. This old fishing store and that warehouse over there. And then moving on over here, we have a couple more residential buildings, but most of them need to be lit up at some point. But this is our full block that is actually lit up, and every single one of these buildings is lit up, including our newest member, which is the cafe. So that turned out really well. And then looking forward, we got a couple of buildings that are lit up over here, including these couple of rows over here, and they just look amazing. The lighting is really good, and you can just see how well lit all these buildings are, and it just transforms the city. I wish I could do a little more lighting, but this is how much I can do right now. There are some buildings that will be lit up in the future. I don't know when, but they will. And you can just see the difference between this part of the table and that part. You can just see how much more lit up this part of the table is versus this part. And just to show you guys back in the light, you can just see how good it looks. Just a lot of details. Let me know what you think about this tutorial video, and let me know if you want me to make some more content like this. And as for now, I'll see you guys in the next one.